This week, NFL free agency is off and running. Rip is prepping for a romantic trip to France. I'm basking in the aloha of Hawaii. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast.
This episode of One Star Recruits, as always, is brought to you by 500 Level. It's 500level.com, and there's tons of new designs on the site. Everybody go check them out. It's the cartoon character shirts with the name in the back, Jalen Brunson, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, all the stars in the NBA, DK. These shirts are so fire right now. 500level.com, 20% off everything on the site with the discount code PODCAST at checkout. Let's go.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the podcast. I record here in my sunroom in Kalaheo, and I must say, I just want to get the vibes right for the show, Rip, today. It's a perfect day is forming here behind me. You like how I say sunroom? The sun is hitting me perfectly, bro. This is my podcasting desk with an open breeze. I can open the small blinds here to get a little bit of the Hawaiian breeze. I have a couple happy dogs sleeping in their beds right beside me, which they love. Might be peak podcast life for me, bro. Existing right now.
Setting the scene for the listeners. I like it, DK. And really, every day, every room in Hawaii, it should be a sunroom. The sun is always shining there for the most part, and you look good. You look like one of those backgrounds that you see, like a virtual background, but that's your real life, man. So you are living the podcast life out there.
Happens a lot. I see the screensavers a lot, but in real life here, humble brag. But it really happens. This is paradise, the middle of the damn ocean here, sitting here. So I got to respect it. Got a couple of these. Oh, she's moving. Got a couple of these dogs in their smelly pup beds here, just happy as clams. Dude, you know what else they love? We had like a 180 with these dogs on the worst dog experience that exists in the world for them. Besides, well, there's a couple things probably worse. But going to the VET. I don't even want to say it because they're in here relaxing right now. So I'm not going to say the word. But we had a 180 experience at the VET, bro. We got their teeth cleaned. Not a lot of people get their dog's teeth cleaned. Something I think our parents' generation would have spit at before they even thought of that. Is it doing too much, Rip? Doing dog teeth cleaning too much?
30 years ago, it probably didn't even exist, but now I think it's pretty common. We've had our dog's teeth cleaned before, and the thing you're always hoping for is the vet not to call you an hour into the appointment and say that you need some extractions on your dog's teeth, because especially with older dogs like you have, like that's always the phone call you never want to get.
Yeah, happened with one. We cleared it early. We found it early, so they knew it was coming. Peeled off some teeth, a couple pup warts on the legs, as they get older. They're like damn sea anemones, like a damn coral reef, start growing things. But they're good. And I had a 180. I found a great dog. It's a great local Hawaiian family, father-daughter vet group that for the first time ever, the 180 occurred upon entry of walking in with Abby, my old curmudgeon dogs, hates children. You can vouch for that. Big children barker. Terrified of their little bodies, uncontrollable bodies swinging around at her. But big shaker at the vet and resistance trainer at the vet. I just said the word. She's out of here. See ya. She's out of here. But we get the shakes, very nervous. Nope, not yesterday. Plopped right on in. Ran behind behind the damn desk, sniffing the ladies there. They know her now. They say hello. A happy pup. Handed her off. Good news for me. Not a phone call of extraction. Got the early phone call, though, of your dog's ready to go home. This was the other kind of funny part about animals. Made me laugh a little bit, these damn things. So I go pick her up at 12:30. Not supposed to get her till 2. They're all messed up. My other dog is like a damn drunk 16-year-old walking out of there. Can barely walk, shaking his head. He's cute as hell, but he's out of it. He's fucked up. I go get Abby. I've never seen a bullet run out of the damn vet before. I grabbed her and just left. They got the credit card on file. That's how it's just is operating with this damn dog at this point in time. I say credit card on file. I hit it. We get in the truck, though. She's popping out looking around. She did a fart. She ripped a fart. I said, holy shit, I don't even think they put this dog under. Turned out she was as under as they get, as my other one. I guess like your kids, Rip, some of them take going under differently. Didn't phase her. 1 iota. She saved in a fart. Saved it for the car.
She came back fast from that. Being an older dog, she's the one to me that would seem like she would definitely need to be under. She would bite the shit out of the vet during that teeth cleaning. We actually had our guy Redondo Rick. I saw him for the first time in a couple years the other day. Went out to dinner with him, and he told me he had a colonoscopy with no anesthesia last week. So it got me
Jeez.
thinking about Abby, but yeah, I need sedation, man. I need the anesthetics. It was, I think, an insurance thing for him or an allergy thing, but he did the colonoscopy with no anesthesia. So props to Abby for bouncing back that quick. Because yeah, sometimes you don't get that call till even after the time they tell you.
Fuck, I need anesthesia after going to these damn vets, man. It's like a walk of emotions. You got an older sick, you got a sick dog in the corner, you got a fresh big old pit bull popping around, happy pup. Same thing. I go in the vet, I'm like, I need some Apoquil. This is the jam that she gets, taking all my damn money. Luckily, Costco carries it. But I tell you, I went to Costco, 2 hot dogs, 2 slices of cheese. Take a guess.
Yeah, $7.15. I know the
Oh, I told
exact
you. I
price.
told you. I'm reusing material.
No, but I know the exact price down. It's $1.99 for a slice of pizza and a soda. So that's two of those. You got two of those, so that's $4. And then the other $3 came from the what was it you got? The
Two slices of cheese. Yeah, $100.50 each. Why, big time too. I shocked the whole line. The whole line was shocked. I denied one soda cup. Should I have given
yeah.
it out behind me? What's the move there? What is the move? I denied it. It kind of felt like the record stopped a little bit. I said I only need one. It's kind of like the whole fucking flow stopped a little bit. Should I have took it and passed it or just done a courtesy fill? I mean, what's the procedure?
No, you're doing your part to save the earth one cup at a time. I mean, that's one less cup that's going to go into
I don't
the
want the
the
soda. I
landfills.
ain't like your kids doing what did they do? The adventure soda where you hit every one a little bit, one of each. I
Yeah,
don't like. I need half a Diet Coke just to put down that Costco meal. Which, by the way, turns out at this age, it's a complete mistake. You're feeling like it's a McDonald's. It's like feeling like a McDonald's. You got no greens in there, nothing solidifying inside of your body to hold anything together well. It's a hot mess. It's a barbecue without a mac salad or without a coleslaw. You see that dude eating Costco pizza for 20 days straight.
He's going to be in the bathroom for 20 days straight. That's
I
for
haven't
sure.
seen him in I get up to day 6 and then he stopped posting.
He's MIA after that. He didn't
Dude,
even make it through a week.
what was I talking about? Oh, how damn vets. Yeah, Ron and Redondo. They're savages, huh? The woman I said, oh, so I said, get my little medicine, whatever. Send it to Costco so I can save $6 and whatever. I think I'm going to say whatever 47 times on this podcast. She's like, can I do it later today? I have to go amputate a tail. It's hard stop. What am I gonna say? Of course, yes. But then I was like, holy shit, this one I gotta go pick up my wife at the airport, and I'm having high anxiety about that. You're casually going in to amputate a tail. I know you've had experience with tail amputation. God bless these damn vets, bro. Fearless, emotional commanders of the universe. Who needs Austin Eckler as a commander when you have vets?
Yeah, that's something you definitely need anesthesia for. He's getting the tail amputated. Yeah, that's a brutal one. It takes a couple years to come back from, and you wake up and your tail's gone. Man, that's a 1-star experience right there.
1 star, but hold turn. Both my dogs very happy at this vet, which is terrific experience. We're back though, and that's why I'm feeling so happy. They're sedated, they're good. I got them prepped in case we need to leave this island, it's pretty easy. It was hard coming to the island. All they really need to leave is a rabies shot and a health certificate. So they're shot up, peeing on stuff again, ready to see what this life adventure holds for them. But all good. 180 at the vet. Pretty damn good. Led into some quality fucking scrolling time at Twitter. Turns out the vet, the dentist office, doctor's appointments, great time to look at social media for 40-year-olds. That has got to be the strongest statement ever said on this podcast.
Oh, you get caught in that news feed there, and yeah, you could easily kill an hour anywhere you're at.
There's no way anybody in your circle or anybody is sitting through an entire vet appointment, especially when they take the animal back or whatever they go, and you're just sitting there. Find me that human.
That would be so hard to not take your phone out of your pocket for that full hour or 2 hours. Almost impossible.
Not happening. Better to happen on NFL free agency day. It was it was firing. It was really firing a lot. We'll stick with our team and not do a whole rendezvous. There's a couple kind of big things that I think moved a little bit of the NFL. It's fun in these off seasons with big free agencies, Rip, because free agency in the NFL can change the whole damn flow of what's happening to your team. I think the Cardinals, our team, we'll talk about them, are okay so far. I'm not mad. I know we have needs. Our team's listeners, Tempe's finest, Rip and DK. We need some help at defensive line. We need some help at offensive line. GM, I texted you, Rip. I texted you when GM Monty Austin started cooking a little bit. He threw in some hot oil, a little garlic. I think he chopped up some fresh shallots, kicked it in a little bit, and picked up Bilal Nichols. Big guy. I don't know as much, but I think not as good as the guy the Raiders replaced him with. Also picked up a cornerback. That was a need as well. I didn't mention cornerback, but picking up Sean Murphy's Bundy, who always on the Titans was kind of a killer. You didn't really know a lot about him, but was a killer. What other ingredients does Monty need to mix in, Rip, here to continue this offseason to be successful for the Arizona Cardinals?
I was mildly excited about those signings in the first 24 hours of free agency, but then DK, it just kind of stopped. That nothing's really happened since then with the Cardinals, and this is a team that needs 10 to 12 new players, and probably half their starters need to be replaced. So I think the next move has to be a bold one, and they're in the perfect spot. They have the number 4 pick in the draft. There's 4 hot quarterbacks. They have a quarterback. They got to trade that pick. Everyone's talking about Marvin Harrison Jr., but let's bypass that. Let's trade that number 4 pick, get a king's ransom, get 3 or 4 more draft picks, and create some depth on that roster. That's the take, DK.
Give me an offensive lineman you want, big talker. Give me 2 names, and I will eat this whole thing of icebreakers, ice cube gums on my podcasting desk in my sunroom. Rip, who do you got? And no love. Also for Monty digging in the New England crates a little bit of Belichick, some Belichick graded stuff. Linebacker Mac Wilson, possibly a sleeper grab right there, coming from a defense that is based on being at least good at your positions and being accountable. So Mac Wilson on the low, Rip. Don't sleep on him. There's another small pickup along the way here. So I don't know much about Justin Jones, to be honest with you.
So you keep bringing up names that are like 65s and 72s on Madden. We need some 90s and above, man. That we need to rehaul this roster. Like I said, half our starters
Damn
need
it,
to be
you're
replaced.
right. We need fucking AT Higgins. AT. Just look at the damn Arizona weather is great. Okay, right now, I listened to our last episode. I was picking lemons. It felt like I was in the south of Italy. T. Higgins. This is the guy that we're talking to, Rip. I know you couldn't hit me with any offensive lineman, bro. So let's just go right to T. T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison Jr. There it is, Rip. Put it on the NFC Championship trophy.
We could go even bigger and say the number 4 pick to the Vikings for Justin Jefferson. They need a quarterback. They'll have him there at number 4. Jefferson doesn't want to play with Sam Darnold. I can tell you that much. So let's make that trade. Who's going to say no?
Sweet Lord, Sam Darnold. How did that happen in Minnesota? Poor sweet Lord Vikings fans. That just happened real fast. And that's sweet Lord. They got to get Justin Fields in there to keep JJ happy, I think. Jay Jetta's got to have probably Justin Fields or a caliber quarterback like that. Maybe he can even handpick him to stay there. But speak that into existence, Rip. That's probably less than happening. Probably Minnesota's going to be there, but that happened quick, man. Sam Darnold, one of SoCal's finest. Corona Del Mar, I believe. You might be a believer, Rip. I know you were a Sam Darnold guy when he was younger.
Absolutely not. Going from Kirk Cousins to Sam Darnold. I mean, that you're looking at probably 5-12 for the Vikings next year.
Oh man, the rug. But you know, Kirk Cousins, good for him. Everybody's talking about it all time. Figured out a way to get paid guy. Guaranteed money to in the NFL, which is, I mean, we're talking roughly 100 million guaranteed for him now to go. The Falcons going to give him 45 a year plus some other stuff in there. The poor running backs, though, huh? The unwritten story of this year and last year. These running backs, I think ever since they held a Zoom meeting when Saquon was pissed a couple years ago, it's been trending downhill for this position. They went fast and cheap. Maybe a lot of panic exceptions, just trying to get in the right situation. That's a lot of being a running back in the NFL this time around the globe, Rip. You know what I mean? Like being in the right system. It's a lot of luck. Our guy's been on the podcast twice. Rashad White found the right team for his style, for what he's trying to accomplish. I think he's going to be great next year. But that 100 million, man, that Big Kirk got, we can split that up between the first 9 running backs that went yesterday, guaranteed money wise. Jacobs, I think, got 12. Eckler got 4, which is crazy. We're talking Austin Eckler, 4 million. Derrick Henry went to the Ravens. DeAndre Swift, Gus Edwards, all these guys. Nice signing for the Chargers. And we like Gus Edwards. Not a lot of money there. Antonio Gibson, I think he got 5 million rip. You can add up all these guys together and it doesn't quite reach 100 million. What's the story I'm saying? Raise your kids to be quarterbacks, man. Holy shit. Or offensive linemen.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be. I mean, it's weird. It seemed like they threw all the running backs' names in a hat in the NFL, picked them out, and he said he's on this team, he's on this team. So if you look up, I mean, there's going to be. I was thinking about a fantasy football draft next year. It's going to be crazy because you have to take a while to get used to all these new running backs on new teams. Zach Moss on the Bengals. I mean, the list goes on. DK, it was a crazy 48 hours for running backs.
It's a gamble. It's hit or miss, man. We know this is the most changing position right now that we just don't know what the future holds for it as things evolve and change. So big, we'll see. I like. You're exactly right. It was a damn hat they put it in. I love Patrick Queen staying in division, going with the Steelers. That defense, holy shit! Start going through some of those guys, Rip. That defense is going to be very good, very fast. Quarterback position, they got Russ Wilson, and they added the same kind of middle linebacker who gets it. Could that strengthen that thing up there? You know, some big things happening. You mentioned Derrick Henry with the Ravens. We know that was happening. What else jumps out at you? Anything? You like Mariota to the Commanders with your guy Eckler? Is that a game changer? Aaron Jones with the Vikings? What do you love, Rip?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. The Commanders, they signed so many free agents. They got that new management, new ownership team in there. Bob Myers is consulting with them. I think they did a heck of a job. That's the sleeper team to me now, because especially with the Giants are going to be trash. The Eagles kind of fell off a little bit next year. And then who knows what the Cowboys are going to do. The Commanders could sneak into a wild card spot with all these additions. Especially now that they got the number what, 2 or 3 draft pick, they're setting themselves up to grab a Jaden Daniels or a Penix or someone like that. So they're going to have a quarterback with good backups on the roster already.
God believe in guys that got good heart. 1-star, former 1-star, Loic Gilman. Dude, a second rounder, signed a second contract with the Chargers. Congratulations to Loic. It's always nice when Harbaugh wants to keep you around, you know? That's one of those guys you want. Like, this is a nice stamp, not only on a guest for the 1-star, stamp on a human being and a football player there. I like Indianapolis, bro. Indianapolis kept a lot of guys. That seems to be a little bit rare in this free agency class now of really trying to work money. And I love, I hate to do this. Our guy Train will love this statement, but the Raiders made the right move. They got the biggest guy, Rip. They got the guy.
Gardner Minshew?
No. But yes, maybe Gardner Minshew, dude. Maybe Gardner. They improved the spot where we all need to improve, bro. That defensive line. So let's go back. I'm going to circle back. We like Bilal Nichols, bro. Good player. 3 years, 21 million. Good contract. Sets pace there. You want to see any more? What offensive lineman do we want? And then we'll end this damn NFL segment, Rip. Give us a good one. Don't hold back.
Tyron Smith from the Cowboys. I think like a 10-time All-Pro, a little older, but still effective. Huge guy, lots of experience from Dallas. He's a free agent. Let's bring him to AZ, just like we brought Emmitt Smith at the end of his career.
Sweet Lord. Cowboys been quiet. Saints been quiet. Some quiet teams. Sometimes quiet's good. You never know. You ever hear about that quiet guy who worked in the you remember that guy who stole 22 million from the Jacksonville Jaguars?
An accountant or something, right?
He was a former employee. Yeah. What he was in, if I remember, I'm going to botch the story up. So edit this out, Rip, if this sounds terrible. But this guy worked for the Jaguars. He stole a shitload of money. It was close to, let's see here, Rip, $22 million. And he worked on the credit card. The Jacksonville Jaguars credit card was essentially the department that he worked in. But this cat, Amit Patel, financial planning and analysis manager, Winston just sent me. Thank you, Winston. So that's the job title right there. Had a huge gambling addiction, huge one. So he spent most of this money on fucking FanDuel, which is the thing, including probably Jags games, but he didn't know what was going on. Lost almost all of it. 5 million though, just came out this week of how he used it on personal expenses. Kind of interesting, man. Tells a lot about 5 million free money that you kind of want to keep on the low. but you want to go spend it too. Free money. Are you interested in the list at all? It's about 10 items, some good, some bad. I think actually, if I stole 5 million, I would do some of these.
What do we got? A couple of Costco runs in there?
First one's interesting. $47,000 on a Tiger Woods 1996 putter, which was the year that he won his third straight U.S. amateur and went pro. So that's an odd buy, but investment. It's appreciating asset, I suppose. But that's when you see people buying that shit, it's usually old money or it's scam money. New money doesn't even fuck with that for 50 grand. But who knows? I mean, big Tiger guy. Tiger guys are crazy. We know this. He spent more than 278,000 for hotels, rental properties, and traveling. Good for him. 80,000 of that on private jets. Doing it right. This one's tough for me to get to. Nearly $600,000 at Apple. Now, that's a shitload, Rip. I mean, you doing the math in your head right now. Even if you buy one of everything, I think you're maybe close to 200,000. Am I wrong there? Am I missing numbers? So he's dishing these out for sure. 600K on Apple products, 40,000 on Amazon, 70,000 on Ticketmaster. He's going to the Formula Miami Grand Prix. Big tickets there, $40,000 a piece. $70,000 on a private Point Vera Beach Inn and Country Club. So he's just doing hotel weekends, living his best life. This one, $10,000 at the Jacksonville Jaguars Pro Shop. He's buying merch for his own squad. He's actually spent $140,000 on eBay buying a game used Trevor Lawrence jersey for $3,000. So he's supporting the squad still, just very strange, but I kind of get it. Just got convicted. Enjoy your jail time, Amit Patel. Otherwise, he blew $18 million gambling on FanDuel. So right now, the Jaguars legal team is working with FanDuel to try to get some of that money back. Imagine that nightmare. So that's a bit of a wild story. What do you think of those spending habits, Rip? You agree with some of those?
Hey, more money, more problems, man. A famous person once said that's yeah, like you said, he just got convicted. He's gonna be locked away for a while. So should have just stayed on the up and up.
He should have just kept quiet a little bit, man. But always gambling. It's always addictions that gets these mofos when you get into these moments. The NFL is a wild place. Lots of money being spread around now in the NFL, which is good. Still stands for not for long. Don't get injured. That's the name of the game in the NFL. But in the meantime, even in the offseason, that and the NBA might even be as exciting, Rip, in the offseason on days like today when games are going on. Am I tripping when I say that? That's kind of accurate.
Yeah, it's really is year round. I mean, it never stops, and there's always something in the news. Even after this free agency period, we'll get into the draft. Everything is coming for the NFL.
Group chats are going. People are trying to break it. That's part of the fun too. You think you can Adam Scheffler your group chat when nobody's beating each other? By the way, everybody's on top of their shit, sitting in a damn appointment with their kids scrolling. So we're getting it. But damn, is it fun to try to break it to the homies? Everybody's group chat's going. Things are popping. It's exciting. You got to put on the AM radio in the damn car during free agency, try to see what's going on. So props, dude. I'm doing bow down, bro, to the NFL. Good shit. Money being thrown around. Dude, punches being thrown around, maybe pushes. Women's basketball is getting just really competitive and super, super intense in a great way. We got Caitlin Clark setting records, must-see TV. I'm excited for as excited for the women's March Madness tournament as the men's. For the first time ever in my life of 40 years, am I equally, if not a little bit more excited for the women's, including Angel Reese, LSU. They have such a good team.
One of our top interviews from last year, DK, about to take the tournament by storm. If we get that Angel Reese, LSU, Caitlin Clark rematch in the Final Four, it is on. That's going to be one of the highest rated games ever. Let's replay this interview from last year with the Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese. Now joining the One Star Recruits podcast, we have a Baltimore native, the 2023 Women's Final Four Most Outstanding Player, the BET Sportswoman of the Year award winner, joining us from Team USA FIBA AmeriCup camp in Colorado, the Bayou Barbie bringing her 5-star self to the One Stars. Angel Reese is here on One Star Recruits.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're great, Angel. We're so happy to have you on the podcast. Congratulations on the BET Award. I know you were bummed about missing that ceremony yesterday, but it's for a really good reason. You're working hard up there in Colorado Springs, getting ready for the squad with the tournament starting Saturday in Leon, Mexico. The FIBA AmeriCup is running July 1st to July 9th. How is the team looking, and will this be your first time in Mexico?
Yeah, actually, well, this is my first time making the team, so I'm super excited about that. And then these girls are amazing. Being able to play with some of the best players in the country, it's been amazing. It's been a blessing, and just an honor to be able to represent our country. I'm super excited, and I've never played overseas before, so being able to play in Mexico is my first time. I've been to Cancun before, but I've never been to where we're going now, so I'm excited.
Nice. I love Cancun. Mexico's going to be fun. I know you guys are going to be competitive. It's going to be awesome. You're a leader on this team of a bunch of accomplished players. Actually, you've kind of been thrust into an amazing leadership role for women's sports as a whole. When I think of some icons of women's hoops, Candice, Della Don, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, great names, but they're kind of at the ends of their careers or retiring. Rippin, I think you're the next face of women's hoops. Do you embrace that role? And what type of leader would you describe yourself as?
Yeah, I do embrace that role. I mean, there are a lot of great players that are in the game right now. I mean, Aaliyah Boston, she's carrying the league right now as a rookie. I mean, I'm super happy for her, but there's a lot of great players, and being able to be in a role right now where I can inspire as much as I can and just learn as much as I can. I am still in college, so I have much more that I want to accomplish in college. So that's my big thing right now. I want to get a two-peat, so that's my big thing right now.
Let's go. Yeah, I think people forget that you're in college because it's such an amazing run. You know, one of the things that comes with being a leader, I guess, is creating your own path. You transferred to LSU a year after a successful season at Maryland. Another college hoops and social media star, Haley Van Lith, is making a similar move. She's coming from Louisville to LSU. What's your relationship like with Haley? How well do you know her? And what are your expectations? Is she going to be a good fit for the point guard for the Tigers?
Yeah, well, first, I mean, Haley's an amazing player. I mean, I love playing against Haley. I've never played with her. So just being able to see how she plays, she goes super hard. I know that she'll always play hard. She talks a little trash, so I like that too about Haley. She got a little swagger to her. So I'm excited. I mean, we had a great point guard, Alexis Morris. She left last year. So being able to have Haley Van Lith come in and step in and be that point guard is going to be important. And I mean, not just her, but Anissa Marlborough. We have a lot of great freshmen coming in as well. So it's going to take a team to get this done.
Yo, I'm glad you're excited. Yeah, we're excited. I think it's going to be a perfect fit. Your cousin, Jordan Hawkins, AKA the air fryer, also a national champ, just got drafted by the Pelicans. You texted him, you were proud of him. And I know the state of Louisiana is fired up. They love that pick. Summer's here. We're hanging out with our cousins growing up. I used to play pool basketball with my cousins. What's some advice for one stars and young hoopers out there who are about to go hang with their cousins? What should they practice? One-on-one? 3-point contest? What should they be doing?
I don't know. Me and Jordan used to be super competitive at cookouts and stuff. I used to always beat him. Like, I used to beat him and my brother. And my brother, yeah, he knows. I used to beat him all the time. Now, I don't know. We haven't played, like, recently in the NBA now. So I can go down there. He called me after the draft. We talked. He said, when am I coming back? And I told him I'll be back probably early August. I'll be back to see him. So we're going to hang out a lot. So just enjoy the moments when you're young. I mean, I used to have fun with Jordan. When we were younger, he was much more quiet. He wasn't air frying. He wasn't all that he is right now. But just to be able to see all he's accomplished and to be a Pelican, all our family is going to be in Louisiana, so it's going to be fun.
Right. What can Pelicans fans expect to get with Jordan in the Big Easy from a basketball standpoint?
Athletic guard. I mean, he can play a lot of positions, and I mean, he can shoot the ball. He can shoot the ball deep, and he's been like that. He has good dunks. I mean, he's dunked on a lot of people this past season. So just being able to see he works really hard, and his parents and his family is super supportive of him. So I'm just being able to see him coming in and maturing. I think he has a lot of maturity, and he's going into a league where I think he's ready for it.
Yeah, he likes to grub too. You be gentle with him in the food so he keeps that weight down, but he's going to love it there. Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome.
Angel, we have a few more for you. We end every interview with the segment we call 1 star to 5 star. Everybody knows we're the 1 stars. We're trying to get better with advice and tips from every guest we have on this podcast, like yourself. So just a few questions here that run the gamut, and we'll use a 1 to 5 star scale, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest.
Okay.
We've heard a lot in the past couple months about how top women's hoopers like yourself, Caitlin Clark, and others have chosen to stay in school partly because you can make way more money through NIL than you can in the WNBA, even when you're a top pick in the draft. So the WNBA has come a very long way since it started, but there's obviously still a huge pay gap and a lot more progress to be made. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, how big of a problem is it with WNBA salaries when you can make more money by staying in college?
4 star. Yeah, it's a 4 star. Do you want me to explain?
Yeah, I mean, it's because I mean, you could be part of this, and you're like we said, you're one of the faces coming out, and just to get your thoughts on that, how much does that need to improve and break that gap?
I think honestly, I'm just being able to see what me, Caitlin, and the rest of my teammates have done in just one game. 9.9 billion people watching that game. I think the more we bring in college, I think we can bring that over to the WNBA. So if we slowly, I mean, we do have, me and Caitlin, I think we both have 2 years left. So I think if we use our 2 years, potentially using our 2 years and just being able to grow in college and then bring all those fans to the WNBA, I think that's going to be important because, I mean, the salary is tough. I mean, everybody knows that, but just being able to grow my brand right now, to me and how I can impact my community. So doing that, I think it is important. And I think it puts a lot of pressure on the WNBA because now that's what the new norm is. And just being able to know that, I think that's just something that's really important.
I love that answer. You've obviously thought about this, and it's kind of a good thing because you do get to build your brand even longer before coming out, and then you also get to apply a little bit of pressure. So it works both ways. You and your brother Julian you mentioned are about a year apart in age, and you were super competitive playing each other growing up, as were you and Jordan. The story goes that the fighting and the competition got so bad that your mom actually removed the basketball goal from your driveway. I have 2 boys who are 5 and 6 right now, and they're just at each other constantly. It's arguing about rules all the time, and lately it's actually been saying like cuss words, bad words, and my wife and I are going crazy trying to figure out consequences for this stuff. So I'm gonna hit you up for a little bit of parenting advice here for someone who lived through that competition. Did your mom removing the goal actually work? And what's the 5-star advice for parents trying to navigate competitive relationships between siblings?
Okay, so my advice will probably be let the kids play. I mean, I feel like that had gotten me tougher, maybe because also I'm a female, because I think playing with my brother really helped toughen me up a little bit. He pushed me around and I didn't like it. And he didn't like when I fouled him. He said I was fouling him sometimes. So I think that's just kind of the most important thing. Let your kids play and have fun. As kids, I mean, sometimes this generation, kids don't even want to play outside anymore. So just being able to bring that back, I think that's something that's important. And your first one, what was your?
Oh, did removing the basketball goal actually work? But if you're saying let the kids play, I can't take the goal away, right?
Yeah, no, let them play.
Nice.
All right. I love that. I had a long distance relationship in my 20s with a girl that lived in Sacramento, and it sucked because we couldn't just go see each other anytime you want, like you can when you're dating someone in the same city you live in. There's a fellow down in Tallahassee, Florida, a rising senior hooper for the Florida State Seminoles who has made a few appearances on your social media lately. And look, it's all 5-star to me. Love and relationships should be celebrated always, in my opinion. Angel, can you confirm here on the 1-star recruits that this thing with Cameron Fletcher is indeed a thing? And on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, how do you rate long distance relationships? Are you with me on this?
Yeah, Cameron is my boyfriend. Yes. Long distance relationships, they are hard, but communication is key. Me and Cameron have known each other for 6 years, so that kind of helped. We kind of already know each other. We know each other, so that kind of helps a lot. And I mean, as long as you guys, I mean, we both play the same sport, so we understand each other's schedule. I think that also helps with it too. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we're dating.
Like you said, communication is absolutely key, and knowing that from a young age is super important. Last one here. It's been about 3 months since the whole Caitlin Clark, you can't see me stuff and the win over Iowa in the national championship game. To me, it was a rare occasion where someone was able to turn a 1-star moment into a 5-star moment because the media reaction was super 1-star, bad media reaction, and you came in and 5-starred it. Now that you've had some time to reflect on that, is there anything you would have done differently in the moment or even afterward?
Nope, I don't regret anything. I think that's what got me to the position that I'm in right now and how I've impacted so many people. Just being who I am, unapologetically me. I have that on t-shirts. I have that on everything. I mean, that's just my brand and who I am. I think that a lot of people don't see that, and I'm just breaking the narrative and just being who I am. And that's something that I want to change about women's basketball.
Such a great answer. And a lot of people don't know that. I know you put a lot of thought into writing what you were going to say afterward. And
I did. Yeah. I keep notes of everything. Yeah. I take notes. Yeah.
True to the brand, unapologetically you. Everyone go follow Angel at Angel Reese 10 on both Instagram and TikTok. It's at Reese 10 Angel on Twitter. Go get your Bayou Barbie and Double Queen gear at theangelreese.com. Follow the journey next week in Mexico at the FIBA Women's America Cup tournament. Angel, we appreciate you hopping on with us. We're proud of you representing your country with that USA across your chest, and we're so happy that you've earned the role helping to get women's sports better. So thank you for coming on with the One Star Recruits.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
DK, we broke the news during that interview that she was officially confirmed that she was dating Cameron Fletcher from Florida State. Everybody kind of knew it, but it wasn't out there. And she said it first on our podcast. We've been credited everywhere for it. But I have some sad news, DK. In the last month, since Valentine's Day, she has scrubbed her social media of all things Cameron Fletcher. There's been some cryptic posts. They've unfollowed each other on Instagram. It sounds like it might be over, DK. I thought we were gonna get invited to the wedding, but this thing might be done, sadly.
Love, man. Love in 2024 is not easy. Not easy. I was pretty close to scrubbing the Shoot Your Shot podcast until I heard them talk really great about our merch at the end, Rip. Just kidding. Shoot Your Shot podcast. They're great. They're legends in Long Beach. But love is hard, man. Sometimes you love people and they gotta love you back.
I might title this episode "Mo Money, Mo Problems" with Angel Reese because it's showing its head everywhere, man. It's very true.
All right, bring it back. You're the love guru, Megan King. We're doing it. We're doing the damn things, Rip. We're living that life. We're having 1-star moments. What do you got? What was your 1-star moment of the week? What happened to you this week that you're totally ashamed of?
It just happened to me a couple hours ago, and it was embarrassing. I was at my second home, Planet Fitness. I was on the treadmill. I got these earbuds in, listening to the Spotify playlist. I think I was listening to some Shook ones from Mobb Deep from about 30 years ago, and the earbuds kind of exploded. DK, they're cheap earbuds. They've been in my ears for over a year now, off and on. I've been using them, but it was kind of time for them to go. It just fell apart. One of the pieces goes into the treadmill, kicks up, goes somewhere on the floor. I almost trip over trying to stop the thing, and I keep running at 8 miles an hour, whatever the hell I'm doing. I'm looking for the piece. I can't go without music, so it's a crazy scene. Me on the treadmill at Planet Fitness. All these people are looking at me, and finally I stopped the treadmill. I was searching under the treadmill. I got down on the ground. People are like, "What the hell is this idiot doing?" So I'm looking for this tiny piece. I couldn't find it, so I came back about 20 minutes after my workout was done. I found it in the middle of the floor. I think it'd been stepped on like 3 times. This is the thing that goes directly in your ear. So I got that thing. I picked it up. The good news is it has a happy ending. I came home. I took a Clorox wipe to the inside and outside of both earbuds. So now they're as good as new. And the next time I'm at Planet Fitness, sure enough, they'll be back in my ears again.
Are these Apple products, or are these airport, like, whatever they call it, like the bubble earbuds or whatever?
No, it's a Chinese knockoff. I think it comes up as Tozo on the Bluetooth. It's Tozo. So they're probably about $30, but I've been using them for a year. I got my money's worth, and I almost lost them. I was almost heartbroken.
Who knows what that's doing to your brain and your inner earlobe, but God bless, Rip. You saved that $30, bro. A lot of people are going back to stopping with the Bluetooth connector and the wireless, going back to the wired. Big thing with the teenagers right now. Back to wired earbuds.
That's funny because every time I see the guys with the Beats over their head and the ones that fit snug on their ears, and I feel like they're super soundproof and drown everything else out, I want to buy some of those and get rid of these earbuds. They're kind of annoying.
Well, you said it here first. Go make it happen, Rip. Make your dreams come true. You're a 43-year-old fucking man, Rip. It's time. It's time for you to choose your earbuds. You know what's a great place? Costco. Back to it. They should sponsor the damn show. But you walk in, you look at the TVs. To your left are their selections of headphones. All excellent, Rip. Just putting it into I'm putting that into your frame of reference, into your peripherals, bro, because I too have been looking at some bows there, Rip. I got my eyes on these bows that I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on. We'll see one of these days.
Is your Costco pizza slices your 1-star moment of the week? What do you got?
Yeah, that was my 1-star moment of the week. Essentially, you just can't. You got to just do one thing. If you got to do, if you do. By the way, turkey sandwich now. The roast beef sandwich is history. So turkey sandwich offering just changed this week. Big Costco eater news. If you're concerned at all. The chicken bake. You can do one chicken bake, but you can't do a chicken bake and a slice of pizza. It's just too much. Chicken bake, listeners, is a Basically a hot pocket with shredded chicken, Caesar dressing, and Parmesan cheese. Classic, cult classic. A lot of people like the smoothie, the mixed berry smoothie. Basically a home run hitter. And then of course the pizza, which we know about, still $10. And the trick, must I remind listeners one more time? Hop to Costco, hop to the little side window, order your pizza, do your shopping, pop out, pick it up. Easy peasy. One-star moment for me belongs to none other than myself. It actually belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers organization. Multiple quality assurance had to be completely missed for this to happen. But the Kobe Bryant statue, Rip, you live in LA. Have you seen it?
I saw the pictures. It's really pathetic
Have you
and
seen have you seen the
unbelievable.
statue? Have you seen the statue before you blow my story load, Rip?
No,
Easy.
I haven't seen it in person, just online.
Because your kids probably would have spotted out the problems. Completely embarrassing. Just has an NBA front office that doesn't fully get it written all over it again, but multiple misspelling errors on the damn statue. Jose Calderon was spelled just almost offensively the way they spelled Calderon's last name, and Von Wafer completely misspelled. Pretty easy. Von Wafer, put that in the top percentile of easy ones. That's a mark for me on the SATs. Von Wafer, got that one. Wafer, eat the damn cookie. Misspelled though, bro. Unbelievable. Couple other ones. The phrase coach's decision was spelled incorrectly. On the side where his career accomplishes were listed, there were actual formatting errors. So I think they're getting it fixed. But holy shit. Go ahead and mark the Los Angeles Lakers out of the playoffs for this year. This is the type of shit. You can't do that. You can't do that with legends. I understand maybe in Phoenix if they wanted to. Maybe one day they decided they wanted to put up an Elliot Perry trophy statue at a school, maybe designed by a youth group, and that happened. Might be acceptable to me. This is not even acceptable. One-star moment. Take them out of the playoffs this year. Sell the team genie bus. Lakers are complete clowns and jokes. I think the Warriors will be the team to come out of that lower division of that playoff race. Mark the damn tape. One-star moment. I'm going to flow, Rip, right into the one-star rec of the week for me. I'm going to keep it going. Mike is being held. Talking stick is in my hand. New season on Netflix. I'm going back to the well. I'm going back to the damn well. Let me drink from it because this is one of my favorite drinks of all time. This is one of my tastiest treats. This is one of my most indulgent shows that every time makes me feel good that I watch it. It's back for a new season, Rip. All-time feel-good show. Better Feed Phil, season 7 is back. Phil's back, cheesing his way through Dubai. This is a love it or hate it. This is a Pee Wee Herman meets Anthony Bourdain type show. So if you're gonna get fancy on me, if this is something that you only like food shows on whatever, this is just feels so good. And he makes his way through Dubai, Washington, D.C., Iceland, Orlando. Doesn't matter. He eats, he talks to people. The theme song is just really damn good. Damn quality travel show, food show that is not overthinking itself. Better Feed Phil. Season 7 is back. Pop it on tonight with the kids, Rip. Enjoy learning about Reykjavik.
I might check that out, DK. I actually took one of your Netflix recommendations the other night. My wife and I watched the Shane Gillis comedy special, which was insanely funny. The guy is hilarious. That part where he talks about his girlfriend's last boyfriend was a Navy SEAL, and they're trained not to tap out. I was just dying. That you got to check that out, Shane Gillis. So props to you for that one. My rec of the week, DK, is a little timely because we got Easter coming up in about two to 3 weeks here. And I'm giving you the advice in advance because it's crucial. Peeps, the Easter candy. We're going to talk Easter candy in a couple weeks here, but you know the famous Peeps. They got them in themes now. They've just blown up over the past 15 years. My tip, my rec of the week, is take those things out of the package, let them sit on the counter for 24 to 48 hours, harden up a little bit. They're 10 times better when they're hard than they are soft. That's what she said. But DK, these Peeps, hardened Peeps on the counter, rec of the week. Thank me later. Happy Easter.
That's it. Thank you later for that's what she said on your own. Planned in. Peeps. Another controversial issue. Probably not even, is it even a food? Is it not even a food? Both have an argument each way. I'm cool with letting things sit out. It's like letting steaks age. or balsamic vinegar. A lot of people argue with me that I'll throw my red vines when I get some red beans, a fresh pocket of red beans. I throw them in the freezer. That might be helpful with your Peeps situation. Throw them in the freezer. Next time you're at Target getting some Dr. Pepper Peeps, throw them in the freezer for a night. See what happens, Rip. Break your damn teeth.
My sister and I discovered it by accident when we were like 8 years old. I think we had forgotten about them. We left them on the counter. We started eating them. We said, holy shit, these are way better than they are fresh and soft.
You got to have the willpower of a damn Buddhist monk to walk through a Target right now in that corner section where they do the seasonal candy. I mean, I will jelly bean, I will marshmallow. These are all my classics. These are all in my Mount Rushmores as I go through. Catch me handful in robin's eggs. You know,
you have flashbacks of when you played. You dressed up as the Easter Bunny for my kids a few years ago. That was a fun day.
I didn't know, but I did see a video recently online of that same kind of cheap Walmart Easter Bunny costume, and he hopped into a boxing ring at like a party and just got knocked out. It's pretty damn good. I'll put it up there with the best of it. It's you gotta like the gummies and the marshmallows. That theme of candy, even the Peeps. I'll get one. I like just getting the regular with the yellow. I don't try to get too fancy with the Rip. I'm not getting the
Star
Fiesta
Wars
package.
theme. Yeah. I'm out on that too. Plain Peeps are the way to go.
Your kids eat two of those things too. They're also they'll run the mile in 3 minutes.
I'm gonna hit the music here because I'm gonna flip the script on you. This is gonna be DK reacts because we had the Bayou Barbillon. Louisiana is as close to France as you can get in the U.S. I'm going to France in about 60 days. I've never been before. You have. So I'm going to hit the music. I got 5 questions about France for you and what to expect on my trip. Number 1, DK, very important. How do I not look like a tourist in Paris? Should I wear a Victor Wembanyama Spurs jersey? What's the best way to not look like a tourist?
Sometimes it's okay to look at a tourist depending on your overall goals of the trip. But Paris, it is actually important to not looked like a damn lost American. And Rip, you have just terrible fashion right now. So the number one thing I would say was find yourself a pair of walking shoes that aren't your normal. Maybe it's some nicer boots. I need to look it up because I don't know any boot styles. Maybe some Oxfords. Maybe some good walking boots that are also stylish will make you just okay. And you know what's going to be a big winner? Probably some of your throwback sports tees there. Play harder in Europe than they do in the United States because they're rare.
That all sounds like terrible advice. I was thinking about just growing out a mustache so I could look a little more French, but those boots, walking around Paris in boots, come on, DK, you better get better answers.
Walking boots, they exist. They've existed in the universe, and they'll tighten everything up. You can wear them to dinner. You can wear them. You can't wear your sneakers out to a lot of dinners, but I'm telling you, walking boots. I don't know. Uggs might make them for men. I'm not sure the boot situation. I'm telling you, bro. Next one. Right. Go ahead.
Also very important, I am 60 days out. The only French word, I know one French word, it's bonjour. That's it. I know one French word. How much French do I actually need to know for this trip?
Everybody speaks English. The French don't like it when you try to speak English or French, so I wouldn't overthink it too much. Bonjour, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Hit some merci beaucoup around town with some shakas. Always a big W. That's about as good as I got. Croissant, you just want to W the middle of it. Quoi. Let me hear you give a quoi.
Croissant and crepes instead of crepes. I think it's crepes. So I do know that little bit of lingo.
Crepes, yeah, you want a crepe? I do. Fuck, I talked about crepes last week. I love them. Bringing those up to me in my memory bank, man. But yeah, the croissant. And now you want to say donde está croissant? We don't want to do that. That's mixing the language. So we just kind of do croissant chef's kiss, and they'll point you to the nearest pâtissier. You want to make sure you're hanging in the right. Go ahead. I was going to talk about arrondissements, but you go ahead. What's the next one?
Next one, actually, this is related to food. Good segue, because I've been watching some of the Anthony Bourdain, some of these cooking shows, and when they travel to France, whatever. But really, to be honest, outside of the pastries and the crepes, the French food looks kind of shitty to me. Is there anything I must eat aside from the pastries? Anything I must have when I'm there?
Very rich food. After a couple of days of French eating, you will really just want a burrito. Or just an American breakfast will start to sound heavenly because very rich, everything. Very, very rich. When in France, try the foie gras. It's not for everybody. It's going to be a rich hitter, but I want you to put it on your list. Foie, it's legal there in France. And then you're going to be doing some vino and some wine tasting. Probably the best place for cheese. So you can't go wrong with cheese. Those two, you'll be good.
Okay, wine and cheese. I'm all over that. 5-star right there.
No, cheese and foie. Say that one for me.
I'm gonna ignore that part because I'm out on the foie gras.
Why? There's no peanuts in it.
I think I'm allergic to it. I'm out. Let's move on.
No, foie. Put it on. I'm telling your wife, Janelle, foie this man. What else?
All right, next one here. I rarely travel out of the country. The last time I've been, I think it was 10 years ago, to China. So it's been a while for me. I know traveler's checks aren't the thing anymore. Speaking like a 45-year-old man. But how much cash do I actually need for 10 days in France? Just give me a ballpark. How much cash would you bring for 10 days?
10 days? I'd just pick $250 for tipping everything. France was onto the mobile credit card machine long before we are, and they've even improved it even more. It comes to the table, everything's mobile credit card machine. Bang, 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 bang. And you'll still get pickpocketed, bro. That is not a made-up thing. Pickpockets still live and exist. So you want to get cash for tipping, which in Europe's not an always thing. It's based on your experience is what you tip. It's already baked in. And then for like tchotchkes, as you may need some tchotchkes along the way. But otherwise, bro, credit card is alive and well. Machine's actually better than the United States for credit cards than cash.
I like that answer. Do I need to exchange it into euros, or can I spend American dollars there? Cash.
Yeah, not that. It's fun to get euros though. Bring them back to the kids. It's fun. I'd say you do $250 cash, $250 euro. What you don't bring back to the kiddos.
Okay, last one. Close out the show. I'm renting a car. We're driving around the French countryside for a few days. I don't know if you drove in France. They have Waze. I already looked it up. Thank God I can have Waze in my English, Southern California woman's voice. Is there anything I need to know about driving in France?
Wrong guy to ask. Not the driver. I outsourced that every single time to either friends I was traveling with or professionals. Highly recommended. If you do any tours, hire a professional. We went to Champagne country. We actually went to the town of Champagne, picked us up in the morning from our hotel, from our Airbnb in Paris, took us out to Champagne and wine country for the day, drove us back. Very, very nice way to do it, to indulge and not have to drive. But when driving, Rip, you're the best driver that I know anyway. You'll be fine. You'll be fine anywhere you go, bro. You're good. You're a super driver. You know it. It's a silly question. I have two for you that I have to ask, though, before we end it. Keep the music going. I just have to do two, okay? First one. Thank you. Are you complete? You feel good about your France trip? Anything else?
No, great advice. I might round up that $250 and bring $300, but I don't want to get pickpocketed, man.
Yeah, credit cards galore, bro. And if you're buying too much stuff on cash anyway, it's probably not stuff you want to even have. It's probably crap. Onward. Trace Jackson Davis put Wembenyama, France's own, on a poster this week with a huge left-handed dunk. What's the first poster dunk that comes to your head?
Kevin Johnson on Akeem Olajuwon, roughly I'd say 1989, 1990. It was 6 foot at max guard against a 7-foot center. I think I had a poster in my room of that. It was amazing.
Sweet. Poster to poster. Slay argues Sydney Sweeney's boobs aren't actually that big. Rip, big or average?
I don't know who that is, so I'm going to say big, because if there's a conversation about it, there must be a reason for it. I'm going big, large,
big.
huge.
See you next week.
See you next week.